मोती है मुंह से निकल रहे हैं जो
हाय हाय मुझे इतना बड़ा चढ़ाएंगे ना मैं इधर ही permanently रह जाऊंगी. You know, this is such a touchy topic. And I think you're right. There's a healthy jealousy.
Oh, that's a lot of stress.
But a lot of people do that, right? Because not because they're doing anything wrong, even just because they don't want to deal with the headache.
Welcome to the Love Gurus show. Myself, Leena Shah, of course, and the one and only in the world. There has not been another ever since the beginning of time.
She gives me too much credit, guys. But
Dr.
yes, thank
Shama,
you.
you're here motivating us, inspiring us with your words of wisdom. Like every word you say, Dr. Shama, is like a pearl.
Oh.
मोती है मुंह से निकल रहे हैं जो
हाय मुझे इतना बड़ा चढ़ाएंगे ना मैं इधर ही permanently रह जाऊंगी
We want that. That's amazing. अच्छा आज के सेगमेंट में इस वक्त जो हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं इट्स समथिंग मैंने देखा है कि बॉलीवुड में इसको बड़ा नॉर्मल किया जाता है एंड ग्रोइंग अप एज वेल काइंड ऑफ women are kind of nudged towards it. It's okay. Jealousy. How to deal with jealousy in your relationship. There are people who are not able, like I've lived it myself as well, but I realized it. एक होती है crazy वाली jealousy, insecurity होती है, jealousy होती है. What's your take on it? Like, what is it?
You know, this is such a touchy topic. And I think you're right. There's a healthy jealousy, you know, a healthy amount of like, this is my partner and, you know, I want them to be mine but there's a jealousy that becomes pathological. And I think it's important to define for the viewers what is pathological and unhealthy and toxic and what's kind of just normal.
When you say pathological, of course, you know, you're a psychiatrist.
I know I'm using all this medical terminology.
So,
I'm sorry.
So what, like in layman's terms,
right. So pathology in anything means that it's toxic. It's bad for you. It's like too much, you know? So if you have pathology like in cancer, then that means it's malignant, you know? What's the pathology? If you say psychopathology means like what is the personality toxicity that's going on or the medical. So pathology in general means toxic, bad stuff. So the pathological jealousy is when jealousy is out of control, when it's not normal, when it's too much, and when it actually can lead to the destruction of the relationship and the destruction of the person that's in the relationship. You know, the relationship itself messes up and then that person who's in it is also being destroyed. So what is it and how has it become more complicated since the age of social media?
Oh.
So before, jealousy used to be like, for example, if your partner is out in public and they're, you know, flirting with someone else or someone's flirting with them or being inappropriate, then they're jealous. But now with the whole age of social media, there's, you know, I had recently a couple that broke up because the girl kept posting pictures and there was boys from her past that kept liking her pictures. So the man that was in the relationship, he was going to get married to the girl. He said, I can't handle this. I keep telling her to not post these pictures because I feel jealous of future potential people that could like her pictures. And why are these people still on your Instagram account? Why are they still befriending you? So jealousy has become a lot more complicated now with the age of social media. It's not just about what's happening in person. It's what's happening online.
Yeah, it could also be usko friend request क्यों भेजी?
Yes. So all of this becomes jealousy. So I think it's so important when couples first get together, they talk about these things. What are appropriate boundaries? So for example, there may be a guy who says, I don't want you to have any guys that are friends. दोस्ती नहीं रखनी है लड़कों के साथ. That might be his boundary. Now for the girl, that may be like, God, you're so jealous and you're so insecure. Guess what? He's already developed. Those are his insecurities or his morals or his values or whatever it is that he's had for the past 15, 20 years. You're not going to change it. You just have to decide if you can live with it. You see what I'm trying to say? You're not going to make a jealous person unjealous anymore. That is who they are, guys. And you have to decide, do those boundaries that they want you to have, do those work for you? Honestly. And I tell women this all the time. So if you do choose to still have friends that are of the opposite sex and that's not cool with your spouse, you have to decide if that's the right spouse for you. Because the other thing is you're going to resent them. If you say, okay, fine, I'll cut out all of my male friends, or if you're a guy, I'll cut out all my female friends, then you're resenting them, or then you're going behind their back. Both of those are not good.
Right.
If you're finding that you're having to delete messages before you get home or your partner gets home because somebody texted you, that was just a friend, but you know if your husband or your partner or your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend sees it, they're going to go crazy and you're deleting.
Oh my God.
Something.
Oh, that's a lot of stress.
But a lot of people do that, right? Not because they're doing anything wrong, even just because they don't want to deal with the headache of a jealous partner. You see what I'm saying? So that's a lot of eggshells to walk around, you know? And if you do have a very jealous partner, it can become very isolating. It could be something as simple as you're sitting down at a restaurant and you're nice to the waiter. Why were you so nice to the waiter or the waitress? Or you could be sitting at a restaurant and you have your partner maybe looking at other people or telling you, oh, doesn't that person look hot? I mean, there's so many lines, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is you have to know yourself and you have to know what you can deal with.